What's up, everybody? We talking legendary moments today on the tailgate. We talking legendary guests, Josh Allen and the crew. So let's get into it as we do. Y'all already know what time it is, man. Yeah, y'all come on in the building. Y'all already know what time it is. I'm out here. The tailgate experience.
All the way up. You're about to take the victory. Go. All right. Deep down. What do we got right here? Who in the house right here? All right.
Roll on up. A happy birthday to this.
Y'all know what time it is. Monday Night Football don't beat no better. I'm trying to tell you. That's it. All right. Who we got right here? We got some right We got Wonder Woman right here. All right. It's taking off. All right, what you guys say? What you guys say? That's a list. All right. It's a list. Like Birdie. All right. Southeast Town. Let's good. All right. Right here, y'all at Royal Lion. Tailgate one. Oh, man. It's on. We told y'all we gonna give y'all that shit. And y'all know what's happening. All right.
What's going on? What's going on, man? Your boy is back up in the building. Look, it is time to talk about it. A legend in the making. We saw Josh Allen come out and be nothing short of incredible yesterday when with routing the routing the Ravens. I couldn't get that out just now. Routing the Ravens yesterday and putting them boys in a coffin. Y'all already know what time it is. I'm gonna take y'all back to the last 2 minutes of that game because it was nothing short of incredible. So without further ado, let's get into it as we do. If you're just getting in here, please like, comment, subscribe. What a moment what we saw yesterday. Let's get into it.
Again, he's getting all kinds of protection all day. Slides over to buy time, flings it down the field.
First of all, a beautifully thrown ball by Lamar Jackson. All day, all night, a beautifully thrown ball. When I tell you, when I saw that, I said, "Oh my God, Lamar Jackson is a bad son of a gun." He took that to the next level because they were already down, like you can see right there, 19-27, and immediately I said, "Okay, there you go, tie ball game, because they got to go for two." And immediately, when I saw that in the snow, I said, Lamar, this is his year. They're making a legend. And then I said, but this game had already done come down to two guys that were just dueling it out anyway. But my God.
It's caught for the touchdown. Isaiah Likely, and the Ravens are a 2-point try away from tying the game.
Well, this is where Lamar Jackson, we talked to him when he lost that game against Kansas City. They didn't rush him, kind of like there. He had patience, but it comes down to this now.
What are they going to call here?
Point.
They had one other try earlier.
Now, 2 point. What did Buffalo do? Buffalo stood 3-man up on the line with a 3-man rush and put everybody else in coverage. And, well, a couple of people in coverage and sent a mini blitz. So, with this coming out the way that it did, I expected them to run the ball with Derrick Henry on the line because if you got a Derrick Henry, it's similar to what Russell Wilson did in the Super Bowl years ago. You got Marshawn Lynch. Why don't you run the damn ball? But you want to be the hero passing. And once again, in slick conditions with the fields the way it is, anything is liable to happen. I'm gonna tell you that right now. What's up, Nervosh, man? What's going on with you? He said Mark Andrews absolutely screwed them. He said, I was mad, and I'm not even a Ravens fan. I can't imagine how they feel to be so close, but yet so far away. Oh man,
They did not
it
go
hurt
with
me.
Henry. They wanted the pass play. They got deflected.
Well, they had a guy open. Milano tipped it down. Expect Buffalo to use that same spy, rush 3 guys. Milano comes off one side to take Lamar Jackson for the game.
Bateman is back in. The whole season essentially comes down to this play for these two great teams. Roll, flip it, got it.
Oh,
Man.
man.
2-point conversion in his hands.
Oh man. He did not hang on.
Oh my goodness. Oh, Baltimore.
Couldn't hang on.
The drop by Henry earlier.
Couldn't hang on.
Andrews had a drop as well earlier. And for the game to go possibly to overtime.
Oh
and the
man.
a little bit short. You got to catch that off.
That hurt. That hurt. So therefore, after that moment where you see Andrews right here slides and then just drops the ball because he couldn't hang on. He defied gravity at that moment. He could not hang on. Talk about a disappointing way to lose this game. And I know Mark Andrews is hard on himself. I have to say that to be honest with you, if I was Lamar, I probably would have held onto that ball and just took a hit and went on straight in. Because I mean, you talking about going in there this is for the Super Bowl, dog. I mean, everything you do is about the Super Bowl. It's about the AFC and the NFC championship on both sides. And you got to take the time to put that extra effort in. Shout out to Teflon Twan. He said Andrew lost the game, especially with the fumble. It was just one of those games where you sit back and you say, what just happened? Like I said, when I saw it, I damn near dropped my phone. But it's one of those ones you start talking about, okay, Josh Allen, nothing short of incredible in this game. Lamar Jackson, when those two always get together, it's always an incredible sight. And I loved every second of that as a football fan. To watch two of the best duel it out and really, really, really go at it. Because those two are the potential MVPs for the year. And like I said, Josh Allen didn't have a big game with 127 yards. He took a sack. But the biggest thing about it, he didn't throw any touchdowns, no any interceptions, but he was still able to come out and manage the game through the rough conditions of that game. That was a rough condition for any quarterback to play in. And I mean, you don't want to be where you know, in a position where you just throwing interceptions and stuff like that all willy-nilly in the AFC Championship game. So, you know, the legend of Josh Allen grows. And I'm going to tell you right now, from what you're seeing from Josh Allen, it's down now to between him and Patrick Mahomes. And it seems to be that the monster that they're building. I'm under the impression the NFL is about storylines. Make no mistake about it. It's always about storylines. But is the storyline of Patrick Mahomes three-peating, or is the storyline Josh Allen finally gets over the hump? Which one seems to be more enticing? Because this is where we're getting at, like I said, with it. Which storyline can you sell to the people more? Yes, I know that it seems like the last game, the rest were on the side of the Chiefs, and they were trying to push those guys into moving into this AFC Championship game. But is it true? Was it truly for just more than ratings? Because in the AFC Championship game, you want to see Patrick Mahomes versus Josh Allen or Lamar versus seeing a CJ Stroud at this particular moment because he's so young. He's still a baby. He's still a baby. And not saying that he's not good, but he just the legend isn't quite there for him yet. You know what I'm saying? I think, and this is my honest opinion, you'll see a CJ Stroud next year start kicking ass and taking names. I think that's what you'll start seeing from him next year because it's like he's this much away from just flipping the whole script. Kitty, what's going on? You caught us today. Yeah, Kitty, I put it in the Discord every time before I go live. But yeah, this is where we at, and I'm gonna put up the landscape. I'm gonna put up the landscape of the football bracket, and we're gonna see how this thing is shaping up. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm a little nervous because we got some breaking news around the NFL. I'm gonna get right back to Josh Allen in a minute, but the Bears have just hired Ben Johnson as the head coach. The Bears finalized Ben Johnson as the next head coach over there in Chicago. So that's big. Shout out to everybody. Today is MLK Day. If you're just getting in here, like I said, there's a lot going on between the AFC, between the game we saw yesterday with the Bills and the Ravens 27-25. Like I said, now you got it shaping up where you have the Chiefs and the Bills going at it. Another Josh Allen versus Patrick Mahomes sighting. And then on the other side, you got the Commanders and the Eagles. A division game for the NFC Championship, which is shaping up to be incredible, man. And here's the bracket. I'm gonna put it up on the screen. I love every second about this, man, because this is what it's all about. End of the year, you looking at this, you see it in the middle, the Lombardi Trophy. As a Panther fan, that's some shit you ain't got to worry about right now. You ain't got to worry about that. The number 1 and the number 2 seed, KC and Buffalo. And then you got Washington and Philly. Like I said, this is going to determine if I had to take my time and choose out of what I'm seeing right here, I'm probably going to be looking at. Now, if I'm a betting man, you're probably going to get Philly on the NFC side. I like Washington. Jalen Daniels as a rookie in the Super Bowl is crazy work. That would be crazy work. Not unexpected, but that would be crazy work because you know what? I did say earlier the NFL is about storylines, did I not? Imagine after 33 years where they haven't made a NFC title game or NFC championship game, you have Jaden Daniels turn the entire franchise around as the rookie. Now, if you do that, that means he's the rookie. He is the guy that can come in here and be. Let me tell you something. If Jaden Daniels, as a rookie, single-handedly carries Washington to the Super Bowl, oh my God. Dan Quinn will, first of all, be immortalized in Washington. That's number 1. He would be immortalized. And Jaden Daniels would be probably a goddamn super rookie. He'll probably ascend to superstar status immediately. Because think about it, you got some guys on that team that you got Allen and Payne, and then you got Bobby Wagner. Some of them guys, they got Super Bowl championship pedigree, like Bobby Wagner. Oh man. If that Philly defense with Jalen Carter and the Kobe Dean and all them guys, if they allow Washington to come in here and win that first game, this would be the year for surprises. This would be the greatest year for surprises. I'm gonna be real with you because I didn't see that coming. So, whoo, I gotta breathe in and breathe out because, like I said, that would be crazy, man. Um, I think on the AFC side, just judging it and thinking about it, just looking at what I'm seeing right here, I think now. Tell me if I'm reaching in the chat if you think if you hear this right here. I think Josh Allen eclipses Patrick Mahomes. I think now be mindful, Patrick Big Money Mahomes is the most must-see guy in all the sports. But imagine a Super Bowl with Buffalo and Josh Allen versus a potential Philly or a super rookie in Washington. That would be crazy because the NFC don't have any juggernauts. There is no juggernauts like that. Philly is off and on, year in, year out. You never know what you're gonna get from them boys. But Washington, it would be crazy for them in 1 year to turn around to go from 4-13 to being a Super Bowl contender, a juggernaut. Oh man. And then you're looking at it from a perspective, this boy's in his rookie contract. You got 4 or 5 years before you even got to pay him, and you got the team already set up. That'll be the most attractive destination in all of football. You'll have people flying from A to B to try to come over here to play in Washington. I like it, man. I like it. Josh Allen, like I said, uh, is this his year to potentially take home NFL honors with a potential Super Bowl? Because they shape everything off of based off of these playoffs. Yeah, they put the regular season in there too, but most of the time they'll edge that thing out. And what better way than to edge out the year with a MVP, a Super Bowl, and a potential Super Bowl MVP? That's crazy work. Crazy work. I'm just sitting here putting it into full perspective, man. What's up, Neil Shadowwolf? What's going on? He said Josh Allen was just better his game. I mean, I would like to see the battle of the underdogs, Buffalo versus Washington Commanders in the Super Bowl. I'm with you right there, cuz. What's going on, Earl Locklear? What's happening? And then Nervosh said for Caleb Williams, that's good. Oh, Caleb Williams getting Ben Johnson is life changing for him, probably. Going from an Eberflus. Now be mindful, Caleb Williams damn near had 4,000 yards as a rookie. And now you're telling me I get a super offensive coordinator as my head coach. It's on. Think about it. Roman Doomsday, DJ Moore, the weapons that they got over there, Keenan Allen. It's the most attractive spot for any head coach. Like Ben Johnson would have been crazy not to take that position. I'm just saying. It's laid out for him to come out there and win. So I'm gonna put this out here. This is gonna be a short one today. I just want to do a little bit of talking about what we have here. Link is in the chat if anybody want to come up. I ain't gonna be here too long. Like I said, there it is. Cadence, Kitty said if Jaden Daniels go to the Super Bowl, then the Bryce Sexuals need to shut the fuck up. Oh, I'm with you on that because they tell us rookies ain't shit over here. They tell us that rookies can't, eat, sleep, or chew bubblegum now because of Bryce. And I'm under the impression before we had Bryce Young, they had high expectations for the quarterback position. Because I remember guys used to come, they were stats talking about 3,800 yards, 1,000-yard receivers in Carolina. Because the expectation before we got Bryce Young was we were just a quarterback away. We had a good defense, which was I believe it was like a number 2 defense that year before. And under Steve Wilkes, we had won 7 games. And Scott Fitterer had fixed the offensive line. And then they went in and they got Hayden Hurst and Miles Sanders. And they went and got different pieces. Adam Thielen to come through the door at that time. And we got worse. Ain't that some shit? We got worse. They drafted Mingo that year, but we got worse. How the hell you draft a receiver straight out the draft and he just come to be horseshit? It's not always the narrative that they put out here about these guys. It's more than the narrative. That's the thing. Around here, they act like, and I'm gonna be real with you guys. For us as a Panther fan watching Jaden Daniels turn around a whole franchise over there, you should be pissed off. You should be pissed off because that's the expectation. Washington and Houston is what the Carolina Panthers were supposed to be. This is what we were supposed to be. You come out here, you get you get great players on the defense. Matter of fact, I read this shit to y'all yesterday and it pissed me off because they got a lot of Carolina Panthers. They got a lot of the Carolina Panthers people roster over there that was over there. Like I said, I listed it off yesterday. You got Frankie Louvu, Jeremy Chin, Zane Gonzalez, our old kicker, Effie Obata, our old edge rusher. Then you got Mike Strahan, the same dude who was on our roster right here, and we cut him, and he went right on over there to Washington this offseason, this season right here, this preseason. Then you looking around, Kevin Seymour, executive. Trent Scott, executive. Scott Fitterer is over there billing a legend. The same Scott Fitterer that was the GM here is over in Washington with Marty Hurney, and they helped build a goddamn contender over there. So I'm gonna tell you right now, y'all can talk all the shit you want about Scott Fitterer, how he messed this team up. Excuse me. Scott Fitterer just helped build a contender over there in Washington in less than a year, in a couple of months. It was just 6 months ago he was standing up beside Tepper while Tepper was throwing drinks on fans. That's all I'm saying. As a Panther fan, if you let Jaden Daniels make the Super Bowl, it's our greatest shame. Because like I said, they tell us rookies ain't shit over here. So D'Angelo, what's going on with you?
What's going on? What's going on, Q? What's good? What's good?
Collins is in the building. What's going on?
You say what?
Oh, Nico Collins.
Boy, you hell, Q, man, you hell, hey, man, hey. I stand on it. I still stand on it.
Yeah,
I'm just getting in. I was getting my food, getting me something to eat. So let me go ahead and get on. So yeah, what we talking about, Q? What we talking about?
Well, I played the last 2 minutes of the Ravens and the Bills earlier with Mark Andrews dropping the touchdown right there on the 2-yard line. And then I went over Ben Johnson has just been hired as the Bears head coach.
Mm-hmm.
And then I talked about the NFC Championship, AFC Championship matchups where you got Washington and Philly, number 6 and number 2. And then you got Buffalo and Kansas City, number 1 and number 2. And so who you with? Who you taking for that championship to go to the Super Bowl?
Well, the two teams I had going, Q, they sitting at the house like we is, man. I had Detroit and Baltimore, man, but it looked like it's gonna be another Patrick Mahomes Super Bowl. What it looked like to me. That's what it looked like to me. Another look like good old Patrick Mahomes gonna do that 3-peat thing. But I think it's gonna end up being Philly but I'm not gonna be surprised. I'm not gonna be shocked if Washington beat Philly, because I do think Washington beat Philly, but it don't matter who it's gonna be. Q. Patrick Mahomes will take his third championship ring home in a row.
I don't know about that one, D. I just said it here. Most of the time, the 3-peat for Patrick Mahomes will be the greatest storyline. But think about it. They could potentially do a curveball, give Josh Allen the MVP. They could turn around, also give him a Super Bowl and a Super Bowl MVP and let him ride into the sunset, because other than that, this is his opportunity to really put down Patrick Mahomes, because Patrick Mahomes is not being built up this year as, the quote unquote super guy this year. He had a down year.
You're right. You're right. Yeah, you could be right on that. I right now, I really don't know. That's the only thing I can see is Pat Mahomes, because I just knew that they wanted Detroit and Baltimore in that goddamn Super Bowl, but that didn't happen. So right now I don't that, and I could go at that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, maybe they just want Pat to get his third Super Bowl in a row. I don't know.
I mean, he already got 3 Super Bowls totally. It would make now. I wouldn't be surprised, because, like I said, Michael Jordan blocked Patrick Ewing. Michael Jordan blocked, a lot of them
Right.
boys, Reggie Miller. Michael
Right.
Jordan blocked a lot of them guys from getting their championship and be
Right.
immortalized as one of the greats.
Right.
Is we truly in the Patrick Mahomes era where he gonna be three-peating and putting niggas down, or can Josh Allen ascend to the level of greatness? Because as you see, take away his number one receiver and he's still in the AFC Championship. That's a bad motherfucker, man.
You're right. You're right. You're right about that, man. I don't know, Q.
That's crazy. A potential Super Bowl after taking away his number one receiver.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, Sean McDermott would be cemented as probably one of the greatest coaches ever. It's a lot riding on Josh Allen this year, man. If you think about it, with the storylines.
It is. That's what I'm saying. I didn't even, I didn't think about that. But you make a lot of sense with that point right there. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's Josh Allen here. You know what I'm saying? That could very well be the case.
I wouldn't be surprised, because it feel like it's Jaden Daniels year on the other side. On the NFC side, it feel like as a super rookie, him to come in and get straight to the Super Bowl, that would be crazy. Crazy work.
Crazy work.
If that boy make the Super Bowl as a rookie, now be mindful, like I said, you got Bobby Wagner and all them guys there. Frankie Louvu is being sought as. Let me tell you something. The stock for Frankie Louvu will shoot through the roof, leaving a 2-15 team and going to the Super Bowl the next year and making an All-Pro already.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you're right.
Talk about one of the best decisions of his life to lead the Carolina Panthers.
Shit. Him and well, I don't think Jeremy Chinn had a choice, but shit, him and Chinn made a great business move by deciding to go to Washington his damn self.
What do you mean? Jeremy Chinn had a choice? You act like Jeremy Chinn ain't had numbers. Jeremy Chinn had numbers before that 1 year he sat out.
I don't think he had a choice here. We weren't going to sign him back, is what I'm saying.
Well, what I'm telling you, we stupid. Because you had
that what it looked like.
Think about it. This man here suited up in Carolina, and he was almost non-existent. Goes over to Washington and is a bona fide superstar.
Mm-hmm.
One man's trash is another man's treasure.
Right.
Yes, Lord. And I said to myself, the more I look at it, I say Jeremy Chinn, if used correctly, and Dan Quinn has used, people forget, they don't give Dan Quinn any credit for being a defensive-minded coach. He is smart enough to understand how to use and utilize pieces. We don't motherfuckers that don't got no sense.
Right. Because I don't understand. That's one of my knocks with Evero. You know what I'm saying? I'm not to talk shit about Evero, but I don't understand how he couldn't find a role for Jeremy Chinn. To this day, that's mind-boggling.
Well, I think he had a role for Jeremy Chinn, but Jeremy Chinn didn't like the role and he disagreed with it. And once again, Jeremy Chinn had numbers. So I hate to say it, I'm looking at Jeremy Chin numbers right now. And before he left here, before he went to Washington, he had 200-yard tackle seasons with the Carolina Panthers.
Mm-hmm.
2. And then the third year, he was barely utilized.
Mm-hmm.
And by the time it's the end of his contract, well, I'll be damned. He on another team. Ain't that something? Lord have mercy.
Yeah.
He on a whole nother team.
Yep.
Because I'm looking at him right now. I'm sorry, he did 4 years here. 4 years here. He had 100 tackles the first 2 years, 117, 107. Then he had 70 tackles the third year. And then last year he had 30 damn tackles. And then he follows that back up with 117 with Washington this year.
Mm-hmm.
They utilized him the same way we did his rookie year.
Right. Yeah, I don't. Go ahead.
All I'm saying is it's not hard to figure out what you have. See, and that's the problem, D'Angelo. We got a lot of players here that's going to make other teams better.
Right.
Because we don't utilize them right.
Right. That's a fact, Q. That's a fact. We've let a lot of players walk out of here, man. That went to other teams and flourished. We didn't utilize them right. We underutilized them.
Mm-hmm. The man said Wilkes had. Shout out to Roadmaster. He said Wilkes had Chin balling. Evero basically took him off the field.
He did.
Teflon Twan says, and Frankie Louvu over there balling too. Yeah, that's a fact.
Louvu was balling over here, so that's not surprising with Louvu.
Well, what's surprising is you see the difference in winning and losing. The difference in winning is the same numbers he put up on the Carolina Panthers are all pro numbers. Isn't that crazy? He made an all pro with Washington, putting up damn near duplicate numbers. Over here, he couldn't even scratch the surface of a Pro Bowl or all pro.
Well, that's because I'm not gonna say all pro is a popularity contest like the Pro Bowl, but it's hard for a player to make the all pro when they do, when they put up numbers for the first year. But now the boy from Philly, what's his name, Zach Bond? He made the Pro Bowl his first year with elite numbers. So I mean, not Pro Bowl, but all pro for his first year putting up elite numbers. So
what the difference in the Pro Bowl,
but he was in
the
Philadelphia.
All-Pro.
Go ahead.
The difference in the Pro Bowl and the All Pro is you only get 22 spots for an All Pro, which means the best 11 and then the next best 11 out of potentially 400 players. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They look at statistics and they look at what you did to help your team overall achieve success. Pro Bowls are voted on by fans, by writers, journalists, by it has so many layers to it. People have a say in who makes a Pro Bowl. Me and you can vote on the motherfucker in the Pro Bowl. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
All pro, your numbers stand and your team success stand in that. Like I said, Frankie Louvu and Bobby Wagner both making it tells you how successful the Washington Commanders was. And they also tell you at their position, outside linebacker for Frankie Louvu, he's the best of the best. For Bobby Wagner in the middle, he's still the best of the best.
Right. And then too, they ain't small market teams either. You know what I'm saying? Washington ain't a small market team, so that could have had something to do with it.
Yeah, shout out to King JP. He said, yeah, all pro selections are bigger than Pro Bowl selections.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Pro Bowl don't mean a goddamn thing.
Somebody started blowing me up over here. I don't know what the hell going on.
Hot boy.
And sometimes I put my phone on Do Not Disturb because, like I said, I'm over here trying to talk some good football, and they keep calling me. But what's your opinion on Ben Johnson going to the Bears, man? How you feel about that?
I think it's a good move for him. I mean, hopefully for his sake and the Bears' sake, he cut that goddamn cute shit out. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's a goddamn good move. You know what I'm saying? I think the Bears are a ready-made team. You know what I'm saying? They got the pieces for the most part. They can fill a few holes here and there. But they're a team with the right coach can make moves just like Washington Commanders did this year. You know what I'm saying? So I do think it was one of the best coaching jobs that was available. So I mean, I think it was a good move for him. We gonna see how he can drive his own ship. You know what I'm saying? See how he can be captain of his own ship now. That's yet to be
Mhm.
seen, but it should be interesting.
Think about it. You saw Caleb Williams this year, 3,500 through the air, 20 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, and he had an 87 for a quarterback rating, which is pretty damn good.
Hmm.
Um, I know a lot of people felt like Caleb Williams wasn't going to be too successful on the next level, but think about it. You got a team with Caleb Williams, DeAndre Swift, Roshan Johnson. You got DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, Roman Doomsday. Then you look around, they got Cole Kmet. That right there is enough weapons for a Ben Johnson to say, okay, let me target making sure I put this offensive line together and
Hmm.
making sure that hey, defense, I mean, you got pieces to go with Tyreek Stevenson, um,
Jalen
Pickens,
Johnson
Montez Sweat, Johnson, Tremaine Edwards, the middle linebacker, they got pieces.
got people.
Yeah,
They got
Jonathan
people.
Owens, strong safety.
Right, right. That's what I'm saying. They could they're in a position where
Oh,
they can make noise next year. You know what I'm saying? It's just
yeah.
I would go if I were them. I would just work on the O line. Maybe get a better a more physical runner because I think Swift is more of a change of pace back. You know what I'm saying? Get another running back to go with Swift. Get a few pieces to go in on that defense, solidify that defense, and the Browns gonna be, they'll hit the ground rolling.
Let me tell
Actually,
you
the
something.
Browns, but the Bears.
The Bears sit at number 10. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I would not be surprised. They'll probably take Kevin Banks that tackle, but I would
Yeah,
not be surprised if they don't snatch Ashton Genty, their running back from Boise State up. I wouldn't be surprised because having him with
yeah,
Roman Doomsday and DJ Moore and shit like that, oh my
yeah,
God.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Or they could go get Mikael Williams right there at the top because we just said they got Montez Sweat. You might need another guy to
They
go
need
opposite
somebody
of
on
him.
the other opposite him, right? Exactly. They're in
So
a good position. They can get a nice franchise piece in the draft because they picked 7, right?
nah, they had 10.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. I thought they.
They had
Okay,
10.
okay, okay, okay.
7 is the Jets.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. Yeah.
And I see they still got us set to get Ted McMillan.
Hell no. I'm not seeing a lot of Ted, man. I've seen some mocks where Ted is sliding in some mocks I've looked at in the last few days. I've seen,
I'm
I'm
on
still starting to see.
Tankathon.
I'm starting to see a lot of Jalen Johnson mock ups. That's what I'm
You mean
starting to see.
you mean Will Johnson?
I mean, Jalen Walker. I'm sorry, Jalen Walker.
Oh, okay, the edge rusher from Georgia. Okay.
Yeah,
I,
yeah.
I
I'm
mean,
starting.
he on the size 6'2", 245. I worry about his size on the next level, but I know he got a motor.
Yeah, I like him. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be mad at him because he's versatile. He can play linebacker and he can play. He can come off that edge. So I'm not going. I wouldn't be mad at it. I wouldn't be mad at him. I just don't
I
want no
wouldn't be
goddamn.
mad. I want Abdul Carter. Fuck what you heard. That 12
That's what I
sacks
want.
is who I
That's
want.
what I want. But it's looking like I don't think he's gonna make it. I've seen a lot of mobs now. That boy going to goddamn Cleveland, man. I don't think he's gonna make it to it now. Is that some
He ain't
crazy
gonna make it
shit
out the top
happening?
5. He not gonna make it out
Yeah,
the top 5.
right. I don't think he's gonna make it out the top 5, man. You know what I'm saying? It sucks, but we ain't even gonna get to sniff it. We ain't gonna even get to sniff his ass. We ain't gonna get to sniff it.
Oh, that was funny. We get to slip his ass, huh?
With no side. He'll be long gone before our name is called. Believe that. And it sucks because that's what I want too. But we ain't gonna get him. I mean, what you think about? I'm seeing James Pierce Jr. move up the board. You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing him going around 10 now.
We got him
Like 10 to
actually.
15.
I'm looking at Tankathon right now, and they got James Pierce going to the Atlanta Falcons at 15.
Right. I've seen him from 10 to 15. Yeah, that's
Yep.
what I've seen.
The thing about it, you got San Fran who need an edge rusher. You got Miami Dolphins who need an edge rusher. And you got Falcons and Arizona who all need an edge rusher in that 10 to 15.
Yeah.
So he'll probably go off the board somewhere around there.
Would you be how would you feel if we took him?
Who, Pierce?
Hey, yeah.
I'll take that motherfucker 6'5", 243 pounds. Shit.
Okay, yeah, because that's why I mean that's what I'm thinking. You know what I'm saying? I mean because let's not forget coming into the year, James Pierce Jr. was the cream of the crop in the edge.
Well, he fell down. He fell down because Abdul Carter had 12 sacks and he only got 7.5.
Right.
That's what he fucked up. Man. He let this other nigga have a better year than him.
Right, he had a down year this year, but I still see the talent with him. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know what went into his down year. I would have to look into it because I really don't know. But I do know his numbers was down. You know what I'm saying? But his motherfucking athletic ability. You know what I'm saying? And he has the potential to be just like Abdul Carter. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't think his motor runs like Abdul Carter. I think that's the thing with him. I don't know if his motor is Abdul Carter's motor, but he has just got all the potential.
JP say right here, Pierce ain't worth a top 10 pick.
Damn, JP. Damn, JP. Why you say that, JP?
Damn. You said James Pierce might be a poor version of Brian Burns. Honestly, I don't think he has a motor.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I don't think his motor runs like Abdul Carter. That's a knock on him. That's what I see. But if he was to come to the league and turn it on, which I mean that don't happen a lot, but he definitely has the potential. He has the potential to be the best edge rusher out of this class. You know what I'm saying? But it's all up to him.
You know what I think it is, D'Angelo? I think that boy done got a taste of that NIL money. And let me tell you something. When them boys used to be hungry, they used to come out here and play harder.
Right.
Now all these boys are privileged.
Mm-hmm.
They're privileged coming in, getting their NIL money, and they don't play as hard.
They don't. But and that says a lot about the player too. You know what I'm saying? Because now you get to see it early.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? With these NIL deals, you know what I'm saying? It's a gift and a curse. Back in the day, before the NIL deal, you didn't know if a player got that bag, what he was gonna do. You know what I'm saying? When he got to the league and finally got that bag, you didn't know if he was gonna shut it down. But now with that NIL money, you're able to see, okay, this guy got that money, but that ain't affecting his play. You see what I'm saying? Versus seeing a guy that got the money and he ain't hungry as he once was. So, that's affecting his play. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna tell you right now, we're gonna do on here probably Thursday. I'm gonna do a mock draft. We're gonna do an all 32 mock draft where we come in and we fill in all the positions and we're going to take it piece by piece, play by play. We're going to do a mock draft right here on the Tailgate Experience with the crew. That way, we can kind of strategize as to how we see this draft going this year. I think that'll be dope to put it
Yeah,
in
that'd be good.
perspective because let me ask you a question, D.
Mm-hmm.
Now I've been running this scenario with Logic and MDJ all week.
Mm-hmm.
So say Abdul Carter is gone at 4 and Mason Graham is gone. And Will Johnson is still sitting there for us at 8. If your best edge rushers is gone, would you take a corner right there at 8?
I would. The only thing about Will, I need to see what his 40 time gonna be. You know what I'm saying? I gotta see his 40 time first. I know he's good. I like him, but I don't know. I mean, his speed don't jump off the screen for me. You know what I'm saying? So I need if he runs a goddamn 4.3, yeah, I'm taking him. You know what I'm saying? Low 4.4, I'm taking him. But if he run a motherfucking high 4.4, low 4.5, he gonna have to drop. I'm questioning his long speed. I don't know how his long speed is. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I like him, but I need to see what his speed gonna be first. Because if I'm taking a goddamn corner top 10, that bitch better be 4.3. You know what I'm saying? You better be 4.3. You better be fucking 4.3. But I'll give him 4.4 because he's 6'2". But you better be goddamn running, goddamn. I'm taking your ass in the goddamn top 10.
So let me ask you a question. You wouldn't try to get another because the biggest need for this team right now is our D line. It clearly showed we can't stop the run and we got no pass rush. So our number one need for this team is to get a defensive tackle or edge rusher through the door. So you wouldn't look at another edge rusher or D tackle?
Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I didn't go all the way. No, I don't do would I take him? I wouldn't take him. I'm not gonna be mad, but I'm not gonna take him because, like you said, I think we need the trenches first. You know what I'm saying? I would go to the next DN. You know what I'm saying? The next edge rusher. You know what I'm saying? If Abdul Carter's gone, okay, who's the best between Jalen Walker, Michael Williams, James Pierce Jr. You know what I'm saying? Give me one of those guys. You know what I'm saying? I don't know your boy from the other D-Type Grant from Michigan. I think that might be a little too high for him at 8. You know what I'm saying? But I'm definitely going through the edge rushers first. You know what I'm saying? I would even probably, honestly, even though safety ain't, it's not that position that you want to take in the top 10. But I actually like Malachi Starks better than Will Johnson. I like Malachi Starks.
Well, he's going at 7 potentially.
Yeah, see, I like him. You know, he was already going to 7.
The mock draft I'm looking at right now with Tankathon got him number 7 at the Jets.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he'll go to the Jets.
I don't. Yeah, no. I think he'll be there when we pick. In real life, he ain't going before us. In real life, no.
I mean, if you take a Malachi Starks, so you basically building the team from the back to the front, instead of front to back. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you're telling me the secondary is more important than the actual line itself. If you take a corner or a safety.
Well, here's the thing, Q. I agree with you, but at the end of the day, you still can't reach. As bad as we need a DN, you don't want to reach. You want to take it because it ain't like we don't have a need for safety. You know what I'm saying? So you still want to take that BPA. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to get yourself in trouble passing up a generational talent, reaching for a player. You see what I'm saying? So if Malachi is on the Panthers board and he's the best player up, you know what I'm saying? You can't pass him up because we don't have no safeties. You see what I'm saying? So I mean, even though go ahead.
We historically gave up 3,000 yards on the ground this year.
Mm-hmm.
And if I'm the Carolina Panthers, I got Mason Graham on my top board, and you say Grant which they got Grant slated in that 15 to 20-ish area.
Yeah.
Grant, 6'3", 340 pounds.
And we need that. We need that because I'm pretty sure I know he can play that zero technique in 3-4 at 340. And we
You
need that.
goddamn skippy he do.
But we could get that boy from Texas too. You know what I'm saying, in the third round. You know what I'm saying? The boy, what's his name from Texas?
So you do realize if you get this motherfucker in the third round, what you passing up? Because a potential Grant or Mason Graham are surefire plug and play Pro Bowlers. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you pass a plug and play Pro Bowler for a potential. He might give me a Pro Bowl in 3 or 4 years. You get what I'm saying? You see the difference?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right now, talent versus we might have to see what he could be later on.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know if he gonna, because most first rounders, especially top 15, are plug and play starters. Top 5 are guys that are generational type of players. You know what I'm saying? And what you're looking at is potentially a guy like I see Grant, I see Mason Graham. I think back to the Cowboys when the Cowboys went and got Travis Frederick. Travis Frederick had a 3rd round grade on him. They took that nigga in the 1st round. They said, fuck the bullshit, fuck what people talking about. We need a center this year, and we strategize having our offensive line put together. This is what we said we need to do. This is the number one issue for the team. We could do that. And they went, they got Travis Frederick, because they had 2 first round picks that year. They got Ezekiel Elliott and Travis Frederick that fucking year.
Right.
And what did they do? They turned their fucking line around. Now people say, they reach. Travis Frederick was a reach. Travis Frederick was a 5-6-time Pro Bowl.
Right, that motherfucker was a perennial goddamn Pro Bowler. So they knew something everybody else didn't goddamn know.
That's what I'm talking about with Kenneth Grant. Like, say if Mason Graham is off, and you say we're committed to stopping the run, we're committed to making sure that what we do here in Carolina is push the interior pile and force runners to go to the outside lanes. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
If we commit to that, and you get a Kenneth Grant, where you sitting at, is it wrong that some people might feel like you reached on him? Like, prime example, people felt like we reached on Luke Kuechly when we first took him. You remember, everybody hated that pick.
I was one of
them. At number 8, at number 6.
I was one of them. Yep.
Why are we taking a linebacker here? Why are we taking a linebacker? We need a left tackle. Remember, everybody was hollering.
We had John Beeson at the time.
Had John Beeson at the time. John Beeson was just coming off of an injury, but them boys was like, we aren't good at that position. They're looking at the long-term 5-year deal. They said, hey, in 5 years, this boy right here is going to be a star. John Beeson is going to probably be out of the league in 5 years. And they took him.
Yeah.
And we never looked back. It was one of the best.
It was actually goddamn Marty in that situation might have been goddamn Marty Donsters. You know what I'm saying? Because he saw the future with that goddamn pick. Because hell, after that year, goddamn it, John Beeson was never the goddamn same. That pick stayed hurt after that.
Yeah. Shout out to King JP. He said he thought it was a reach too, talking about Travis Frederick. It turned out good though. That's what I say. If you do your homework on a player, us taking like a Kenneth Grant or somebody that's next best. Now, granted, most people will tell you to go get a Mikael Williams, and then look to the 2nd round to get your D tackle if you're gonna do that.
Well,
I don't have a problem with that.
I'm not great when it comes to all those edge rushers. Mikael Williams is probably last on my board when it comes to those first round edge rushers.
We saying if Abdul Carter is gone and Pierce is gone, that's your next best.
Yeah, you're right. I don't know. I think I might like Nick Sporting better than Mikael Williams, man.
You do?
I even like Jack Sawyer better than Mikael Williams. The thing
Nick
about
Sawyer
Jack
is gonna
Sawyer,
be a second rounder.
right. That's what I was about to say. Yeah, I see a lot of people talking about Jack Sawyer going. Jack Sawyer is not going the first round. For one, he's not going to test well. Jack Sawyer is one of those hustle players. He ain't fast. He ain't athletic. He's just a dog. You know what I'm saying? He ain't,
Mm-hmm.
and so he's not going to test well. He ain't going the first round. You know what I'm saying?
You
But
remind me
you know,
so much of JJ Damn Watt.
that's what he is.
6'5",
That's
265,
right.
not
Yep.
freakishly athletic, but strong as a damn ox.
Yeah, that's what he is. He's one of those lunch pail guys that ain't. He's not gonna test well, so he ain't gonna get. He's not going in the first round. He's gonna be a second round pick, but he's gonna be a great second round pick. So I wouldn't be mad if Jack Sawyer in the motherfucking second round. I mean, hell, we're gonna be picking so late in the second round. Goddamn it, I don't even think we would even be able to get him. But I do like Jack Sawyer.
I'm looking at us right now. They got us taking Maxwell Hairston, the cornerback from Kentucky, second round.
Mm-hmm. I haven't.
6'1",
I've heard of.
186.
I haven't watched any film on Maxwell Harris, so I can't really give my opinion on it. But I have seen his name a bit.
I'm freaking out if we taking corners and shit like that second round because yeah, I get it. Opposite of JC, you need to have a piece, but I'm one of those old school solidify the line type of guys. And if we're not going to get a D tackle or edge rusher with the first pick, the second pick you need to have the opposite one. You need to double up on them picks with a D tackle and an edge rusher, number one and number
Right.
two, because like I said, you had a all-time NFL worst at stopping the run. So you gotta say, let's prioritize doing that number one. Then with the third round, you could look at corners. You
Right.
can look at if you want to double up and get a corner and a safety, I don't give a fuck.
Right.
What the first two picks need to be goddamn hand in the dirt type of motherfuckers.
I agree. I agree with you. Our first two picks need to be a motherfucking D tackle, goddamn it, edge rusher. I would say edge rusher first, and then come back and get a D tackle in the second round. You know what I'm saying? Because we just don't need any D tackle. We need a space eat. We need a big mother. We need a motherfucking, like I said, we need a zero technique. We need a motherfucking D tackle with some goddamn weight on him. I don't even think Mason Graham is a fit for us in the 3-4. I like Mason Graham, don't get me wrong, but I don't think Mason Graham is the D tackle that we need.
But if that bitch fall to us, you run up to that goddamn podium.
But he's not gonna feel. He's not. Who's gonna play that zero technique? Who's gonna play that nose tackle?
What the thing is he's not a natural zero technique, but he can play and dominate the position. Him and Derek Brown can play the position. You get what I'm saying? You got two. We went all year without Derek Brown. That's why I think y'all forgot he even on the team. Derek Brown will be back next year.
We did, Q, and that's why we couldn't stop the run. Hell, we couldn't stop the run when Derek Brown was here. Let's be real.
But if you got two Derek Browns, let's just be real. If you got two Derek Browns and an A'Shawn Robinson who stops the run, you just took your time and you dedicated to solidifying stopping that run a lot better than you was.
But here's the thing. I agree here, but here's the thing, Q. None of those guys are gonna want to play the zero technique. They don't want to play that shit. Derek Brown don't want to play a goddamn nose tackle in 3-4. That ain't what he want to do. The A'Shawn Robinson don't want to do that, and I'm pretty sure Garrett Wilson don't want to do it either. You know
the motherfucker you draft is gonna have to do that. That's what he drafted for.
Well, Mason Graham ain't big enough to play that goddamn zero technique.
Well, damn, how big you want the nigga to be?
Zero technique got to be at least goddamn 335, 340.
The nigga 6'3", 319, 318.
That's still a little light in the ass for a zero technique in a 3-4. It's still a little light in the ass. You gotta have that big motherfucking spacey. The motherfucker is gonna eat up blockers, man. You gotta. That's why I said that boy from Texas it would be beautiful. Even your boy from Kentucky. You know what I'm saying?
Kentucky,
But that boy,
Walker.
yeah, Walker. But the boy from Texas would work wonders in that motherfucking that 3-4 that we need. And the boy from Tennessee too. Your boy he got 2 last names. I'll be forgetting his name. But he's a big body space eater too. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we need, you know what I'm saying, for that goddamn zero technique in 3-4.
I agree with you, but only to a certain point.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I'm under the impression Mason Graham could play any position, any technique, zero. Like I said, you could put any number on that some bitch. Hell, he probably could play anything on the D line. What I'm saying is if he falls to you, fuck it. You live with just like how Star Lotulelei fell to us. We didn't expect that nigga to fall to us that year because he had that heart issue.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Nigga, if he falls to you, you live and you die with having him on the field because when he is there, he's an impact player. You'll figure out the logistics of
Right.
him and
Because
Derek Brown later on.
yeah,
You figure that shit out later on.
yeah, that's what I'm about to say. I'm not gonna argue with you because if he falls, because then you got to think about too. Now his rookie year, you know what I'm saying? He could him and Achane could rotate, and but we still gonna have to address that motherfucking old tackle position, whether it be draft or motherfucking free agency. Mason Graham ain't gonna feel that need. You know what I'm saying? He'll be a great addition once Achane Robinson leaves after this year. You know what I'm saying? He'll become the full-time starter. But you know what I'm saying? Even if we get Mason Graham, we still gonna have to find a goddamn zero technique. So I mean, I wouldn't be mad.
But you know what? You know what else though, D'Angelo?
Mm-hmm.
Sooner or later, you're gonna have to commit to getting the middle linebacker. You
That
don't
too.
bypass middle linebacker year in and year out because if you truly want to stop the run, you need a quick first step linebacker that can go sideline to sideline. We pass on Jack Campbell. Shout out to Neil Shadowwolf. He said the Lions took Jack Campbell in the first round. So if we love Jack Sawyer, trade back and we should definitely get him. But if you want to change the tides, you can't only just commit to D tackle and edge rusher. You got to sooner or later get a damn linebacker that can go toe to toe. Lander Bartons of the world, whoever the fuck you want. Get that motherfucker.
I think Trevor Wallace will be all right. I think he's gonna be just fine at linebacker.
See, why do you keep settling?
What you mean settling? What?
When you say I think he'll be all right, you got guys like Danny Strutsman from Oklahoma at 6'4", 236, had 100 tackles last year.
We can still get Strutman. I mean, because we still gonna need a linebacker to play opposite of Trevor Wallace.
Nigga, we need 3 or 4 linebackers. We in a 3-4. And tell you the truth, Josie Jewell shouldn't be on this fucking team. Josie Jewell shouldn't be on this team. Shaq Thompson is injured again.
I'm not gonna say Josie Jewell shouldn't be on the team, but I think we can do better. I think
Josie Jewell should
be a backup. Yeah, he shouldn't be a starter.
He damn sure shouldn't be a starter.
Yeah, he's a very good backup. I think he should be a backup. I don't think he should be starting.
There you go. So think about it. If you start Trevor Wallace at an outside linebacker spot, you got Jadeveon Clowney on the other side of him. You still got 2 vacant middle linebacker spots in the middle. Like I said, you're going to have to start finding somebody to put in there. Landon Barton in the 3rd round will be sitting there.
Mm-hmm.
4th round, like I said, you need to target somebody. There'll be potentially one of them guys sitting there at the linebacker spot. I think we need to go cash in 3rd round, maybe 4th round with a linebacker or either a safety. Because I like a safety too if we can get it.
Yeah, I mean, hell, goddamn it, motherfucking Watts, goddamn it, would be a perfect safety.
Seven Winston, Penn State, 6'2".
Your boy from Iowa. Yeah, your boy from Penn State, nice. Your boy from Iowa.
No pain. Xavier Watts, that's 6
Yeah,
foot
Xavier
safety.
Watts. Yes. I like Xavier Watts.
That nigga from South Carolina, nice too. Nick
For South Carolina.
Imari.
Yeah. How do you
That
pronounce
whole
his
South
name?
Carolina defense. I'll take TJ Tampa. TJ Sanders.
TJ Sanders. Yeah.
You goddamn right. I'll take all that whole game clock defense. TJ Sanders is another 3 technique, 6'5", 295.
Yeah.
Nigga 6'5"
Yeah, he's nice.
at D
Yeah,
tackle.
Yeah, he's nice too. That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
The D tackle position is deep. You know what I'm saying? So we can get a good D tackle in the second, third round. You know what I'm saying? That fucking first round needs to be a premium motherfucking edge rush.
Yes, Lord. Well, I'm gonna put it like this right here. I can't wait. Like I said, Thursday we're gonna do a mock draft live on here. We're gonna do one for all 32 teams, as well as I'll come back and do a black cat one because I'm off Thursday. I got nothing but time. So
Okay.
tonight, one of the ones I gotta get out here and cook a little bit of dinner, and then I can I had to get on the road a little bit late tonight, but yeah.
Okay.
Your boys is I appreciate you for pulling up on me. Like I said, this was gonna be a short one today. Go ahead and give me your last words, D.
No, I ain't got much to say, man. I'm just, ready for that goddamn national championship game, man. Hell, I got my money on Ohio State if you want to do something. You trying to bet something.
Man, I'm fucking with Ohio State too, so I can't. JT Tumalo, Jack. Look, if y'all watching tonight, JT Tumalo, Jack Sawyer. Keep your eyes on that corner.
Yeah, the corner,
Burt.
the safety, the safety. Ohio State got a safety too. What's the boy name? God damn it. I can't goddamn call names today. But they got a nice safety too. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a good game. I don't think Notre Dame got shit for Ohio State. Hopefully it's a good game. I think goddamn if Ohio State come out with their mind right, they gonna goddamn run circles around Notre Dame. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, man, y'all make sure y'all like, subscribe, and share, man. You know what I'm saying? And keep round.
Yes, sir, man. I appreciate you pulling up on your boy today, man. Kitty said, "What time Thursday?" Well, Kitty, I got the whole day off Thursday, so I'm gonna try to do it daytime. At some point in time, probably around like 12 or 1. I'm gonna probably try to do around 12 or 1 Thursday. I'll put it in the Discord for everybody. So it's your boys, and we are out.
Yeah.